Face.
Yes.
Good morning.
I'm not seeing your face. I'm hearing your voice.
Yes.
No face yet.
You will soon see my face.
Good. How is the holiday?
We are doing
How has been the break?
Family
and everyone out there.
We are fine. And yours?
Good. Okay. Well, at home, trying to catch a glimpse of the moment and to begin to hit the ground running on some gyms there so as to keep fit, catch fun, and make the fun.
Okay. We are having people on board from South Africa and from Ghana.
Wow. South Africa, Ghana, Europe.
Yes, you're welcome, ma. You're welcome.
America, everywhere. It's going to be fun time.
Yes.
Great time out here.
We are
rubbing minds together, learning new stuff, and seeing what obtains in the world of gymnastics. What are the missing links? What are the motivations? What are the messages? And everything we need for a balanced lifestyle. How do we broaden our horizons? Through the gym. Why do people go to gym and come out of gym only to get home to meet the realities they left? How can gym begin to improve our lifestyle, productivity, and promote a culture that builds the society? Is there any nexus between the gym and the jumps? And all of those factors. So we're really going to throw some stakeholders discussion and forum there today. So let's hesitate a while, wait for people to sign in for the next 5 minutes as we throw issues, welcome people on board here. We welcome Mrs. Rachel Ojo. Deola is here. Madam Obi is well seated in-house. Our motivator, well seated here today. Welcome our friend and great friend there. Oh, Benjamin is here. And I have a young man here as well, whose name is David. And you know David? That's a commander there. That's a priest, pastor, and prophet at the same time. Catching fun around me here. Welcoming everyone to the show. Look, if you are not want to learn, want to study, want to create a forum for the next level dimension. And this is all we're doing today, hosting it live and direct here. It's been sponsored. This agenda is sponsored by the Institute of Behavioral Alignment of Nigeria in collaboration with Zadok Gym and Wellness Center, Lagos. So we're here for critical discourse and analysis. We're here to run our checks Have you ever heard of gym checks? When last did you do gym checkup? A checkup from the neck up. Welcoming everyone. I'd like you to write your expectation from this session. It's an intellectual fireworks, building frameworks, expanding the horizons, and enlarging the scope of the gym. How do we go from here? How do we maximize the extra that is in the gym? What are the missing links? What are the measures? What are the manifestations and manipulations from the gene that we need to avoid and avert? How do I make up and shape up without breakups? Must I go to the gym and sustain injuries and come back home to nurse pain? I go to the gym and come back with solutions. Solutions for my life, solutions for my health, solutions for my wholeness and healing. How can I broaden my perspective and horizon, given my gym culture and custom? This event is also being aired on my Facebook, James Komolafe, Facebook Live, for people out there to tap into knowledge, tap into the wisdom that is being supplied here for the next level dimension. We welcome Rhoda Utele. Welcome, O Benjamin. Welcome. I think, Madam Obi, we do the welcoming of every one of us who is our chief host at this meet. So welcome us, receive us.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. James. Good morning, everyone. You are welcome, Dr. James. Welcome on board.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone from South Africa, from Ghana, from Nigeria. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for honoring this invitation. You will not regret it. You will be happy you did join this Zoom meeting. This is just the beginning of a great thing about to happen. Added knowledge, added value. You are going to have value for your time today. You'll be happy you did join this meeting. You're welcome, everyone on board. And we have our host already speaking before you came in. Some of you joined. I hope I'm being heard.
Yes, we're hearing you.
Yes. Yes. We have our speaker. Our speaker, Dr. James.
We are hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, okay. Dr. James is a family friend and a professional. He's here to give us the best we have ever had concerning fitness, concerning articulation of different kinds. So I will be introducing him when it's time, but I would like us to even introduce ourselves before I introduce him finally. Those of us available that have joined, please could you introduce yourself? Starting from Miss Rhoda Otele, please, can you introduce yourself? Where are you? Where are you joining from?
Please, I'm joining from the home.
From
Can
Lagos.
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, I'm joining from Lagos.
Wow.
Okay, my name is Rhoda Otele.
Okay, you're welcome.
I'm into massaging.
Wow, wonderful. You're welcome. So the next
Thank
is
you very much.
Madam Beulah from, are you there?
Hello, yes, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm joining from Ghana.
wow, wonderful. There are people who have benefited one way or the other from the gym services. So they are here.
Yes.
The next is Madam Rachel Ojo. Please, can we hear from you, ma? Say hello to us. Are you there?
I'm there. Good day, everyone. Good day. I'm
Good day,
Rachel Ojo, joining from Pretoria, South Africa.
Wow.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm still a learner in the area of gym. I hope this will encourage me.
Yes, you're welcome, ma.
Thank you.
Okay. You'll be happy you did join.
Yes.
We have Mr. Benjamin. Yeah. Can you say hello to us?
Good afternoon, Dr. James. Good afternoon, all. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Wow, you're welcome. You're welcome. That is Mr. Benjamin, Mrs. Benjamin's husband. Okay, you're welcome. Elizabeth, can you introduce yourself? Where are you joining us from? Hello.
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 Sorry. Yeah, my name is. Can you hear me? My name is Elizabeth. I'm joining you from the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's wonderful. You're welcome. So we are here to listen to a professional that wants to speak to us on emotion and wholeness, emotional wholeness, and gymming for optimal fitness. I would like to introduce him officially. He is, his name is Dr. James Komolafe. He resides in.
Before you do that, I have two people. Before you do that, I have two people who want to introduce themselves.
Oh,
my husband, George, is here.
I didn't know he's here. You're welcome. Please, can we hear his voice?
Thank you. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon,
I'm here,
sir.
and I'm here with George. Thank you, Madam Obiakeli.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Come and introduce yourself.
Happy to have you here. Who is the next person with you there? Esinam. Okay, you're welcome, Esinam from Ghana. Wow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if I should go ahead and introduce our host or we should wait a little bit for others to come. Dr. James, what do you think?
Maybe we should just chat and interact and use it to wait for a few others who might like to join us.
All right. Okay.
Because once we hit the ground running,
so
we're going to have a replay and a recording. But it's good for as many who can participate in what we're doing to also flow through. at this hour.
Oh, that's good.
So let's keep the discussion ongoing, interaction here and there, know one another. What do we do and all of that and all of that.
All right. So let's go ahead.
We have Mrs. Akinpelu too, who is there to introduce herself.
Oh, okay. She's here. Mrs. Ola Oluwayinka Akinpelu, you're welcome. Please, may we hear you introduce yourself? We're having an interaction center time now, interactive time now. Can you just introduce yourself?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mrs. Ola Oluwayinka Akinpelu. I'm a food processor. So that's what I want to say about myself. Thank you.
Yeah, where are you joining from?
Well, I'm joining from Lagos, Lekki, Peninsula.
You are very much welcome. All right.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. So I think we have one of our gym clients here, Mr. Benedict Odirichukwu. Please, we want to hear your voice. You're welcome. His mic is not yet on. If you can hear me, please introduce yourself. Okay, while we're waiting for him to join fully, can you tell us what you do? You've told us where you're from. You told us what you do. Please, can you tell us? Wow, you're welcome, Mr. Odilichukwu. Please, so can you tell us where you are joining us from?
Thank you. I'm joining from Ikeja.
Wow. May we know you? We are trying to introduce ourselves. Others have done that before you joined.
I'm a civil engineer and I work for myself.
Wonderful. You're welcome. Thank you for joining this wonderful section. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So those of you that have not told us what you do, can you tell us what you do while we are still waiting for people to join us, more people to join before we start? Before we introduce our host, I'm the host, before we introduce our speaker for the day. Wow. You're welcome, madam. Okay, so let me just say one or two things while we wait for others to join us. This is the first. I actually listened to Dr. James some months back, and I felt that what he has is something that will benefit us as people who gym that are interested in wellness and health. So I felt we should sponsor it and let our clients know more, learn one or two things, and can also engage him after this meeting. We'll have this meeting today, we'll have it on Wednesday, just for an hour, today and Wednesday. And after then, anybody that is still interested in the services, which I know most of you will be interested, then you will begin to interact based on that. And I believe this will take us to areas that we never thought of or we've thought of, but we've been trying to sort out some things concerning it. It's good to gym. We know that gym workouts improves strength. We know it improves flexibility and proper posture in older adults. It also benefits mental health. That's why I felt that he's in a very good position to speak to us, because he's somebody that is very versatile in this area, in many areas. He's a chief consultant I'll be introducing him later when others are on, so that I don't repeat it. We know the benefits we've been getting from gymming over the years, but we want to bring this dimension to it. I call it fitness plus. Fitness plus is a dimension, fitness plus dimension, that we can have increase in our knowledge as we do this physical fitness, that we can improve in our knowledge. We know that physical fitness, gymming, benefits us mentally by boosting our mood and self-confidence. You know, when you do exercise, it improves that, improves the quality of sleep and our wake-up feelings, the way we feel, because of hormones that are released when we finish gymming. There's this happy hormone that is released in our system that makes us happy, makes us look younger, feel younger, which is very good, makes us more energetic and refreshed. So based on this, I feel we should know the other aspects. Emotional wholeness. So he will be talking to us to marry them together in a way that we will benefit fully, maximally, by giving our time to this Zoom meeting. So once again, you're welcome. And after he must have spoken to us, we will have time for questions and answers. So I encourage everyone to be free to ask your questions. He's available to answer us. And that this is sponsored by his school. He's a CEO of his school, School of Articulation, Behavioral Management. So he will be speaking to us. I'll still introduce him, but this is just a preamble to it. So those of you that have been coming to the gym, I've not been seeing some of you. Mr. Odilichukwu, what has happened? Somebody is here. Adara, can you please introduce yourself? May we know you. What's your name? Where are you joining from? We have Joy. Please, as you join, can you please introduce yourself? Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Adara Damilola, and I'm joining from Lagos, Nigeria.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much for the invite for the training section. I look forward to
Thank you.
to benefit more. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Joining us.
I have a small brief here you might want to read. Okay. Mama Obi.
Okay.
Do I host it so that as soon as we finish reading, then we can hit the ground running?
Okay.
While others will join us.
Okay.
As they take the replay later, subsequently. Okay. So let me host the slides while you begin from my corporate profile. Thank you very much. So if you can see this, that's just a brief. So over to you, Mama Obi.
All right. Okay. Let me go ahead. Dr. James Komolafe, PhD, is a rare breed of competencies. He's the Registrar / CEO, Institute of Behavioral Alignment of Nigeria, a doctoral degree holder in behavioral health, lifestyle, and productivity. He's a member of several professional bodies, both onshore and offshore of Nigeria and other clients. He is a workforce efficiency coach, friend of startups, presenter, content creator. James is a certified cognitive behavioral therapist from Florida, USA, a fellow of the Save Africa from Sudden Collapse Initiative from 2020 to 2030, and a member on behavioral health, Massachusetts GHP Academy. He's a behavioral health expert at the School of Articulation and Behavioral Alignment Resources, the SABA Resources, a behavioral platform adducing to family values 100%, issues affecting individuals, families, and organizations in critical areas of definition, violations, deviations, using professional procedures. He also handles psychosocial assessments, critical interventions, and platform speaking. Dr. James, to his credit, he has created over 200 strategic solutions for private and corporate leads for intervention, setting the pace for agility in the 21st century for organizations, both on national and international platforms. He is Superintendent over Team Strategy Network, TSN, a window for interventions and strategic development through conferences, platform speaking, summits, the personal and cooperative platforms. He is the National Director of Strategy, Civil Rights Anti-Corruption World Initiative, CRAWI, that's CRAWI. He is a former banker and the CEO, Giacomevi Consulting Limited, training and manpower development consultants, building competencies in the private and public sector in strategy, value creation, concept development, branding, packaging, and capacity development, speaking over 3 decades. He's a chief psychometrician / consultant as the SABA Resources Intervention Center, Suite 9, Fatima Plaza, Wuse Zone 2, Abuja, Nigeria. Is a psychosocial hub for diagnosis, prevention, and correction of all mental and behavioral issues across all demographics. Dr. James Komolafe daily handles a wide range behavioral and psychosocial issues through therapies, checkups, comprehensive procedure for abuse, addiction, depression, hypertension, among others, social challenges for private and family setups and organizations as it packages to manage in order to avoid damage. He lives in Abuja, FCT, and Nigeria. Remove.
Sorry, nothing removing there.
Africa. Yeah. Please, please, could you join me? Okay, let me know. Let me finish. Let me not leave this family aspect, very important aspect. Happily married to Veronica. I'm blessed with Dr. Rosemary, Mark, and Victor. Can you please join me in welcoming this great man that we have opportunity to listen to today, sponsored by Gym and Wellness Center. Please, can you welcome him?
Thank you so very much, Mama Obi. I love my heart for you to go through this stress. I didn't mean to put you through this stress of reading a book in the name of citation. If you hadn't mentioned my family, then I would say this meeting is cancelled. Because you see, you do gym from the microcosm of a family. We all came from families. You must extol family values. And you see, in a society where family values are not okay, no matter the gym we do, we don't gym out some certain issues. And then the society is down. I'm going to mute everyone here. Or please mute yourself so that you can get value for your time. So we're going to hit the ground running. And the essence of this discussion is to bring about transformation. People think, oh, it's only the rich that does gymnastic and all that. You say, me that have not gotten food, I don't need gym. When I get there, I will go gymming. No. Gym is life. I wish you are there with your pen and paper to put down some stuff. Gym is life. You want to live long? You want to live young? You want to live strong, vibrant, productive? You can't do without gymming. The more you gym, the stronger you are, the smarter you are for whatever you do. So gym is life. Can we all say gym is life? Write in the chat box for me, gym is life. Write it for me. But you see, it takes deliberate intention. It calls for deliberate creation. Intentional living is critical. Thank you. Elisheva says, gym is life. Mama Obi says, gym is life. Yes. Oh, Benjamin, my old-time friend, is saying, gym is life. You want to live? You want to be? Go out there, gymming. Get in there, gymming. Build your dimensions and protocol for gym so that you can tap into that which matters a whole lot. Thank you so very much. Now I have your cooperation. Now that you say gym is life. So what is embedded in gym? Should I just make gym a routine, garbage in, garbage out, like the computer language? What are the things I need to get? What values do I get from gym? Then what do I leave at home to go to gym? How do I come back home to meet the same thing? Is there a nexus between my home and the gym place? And then when I leave gym place, what happens in my brain? What happens in my mind? What kind of freshness do I get? How do I impact the home with the procedures and the processes of the gym? On very many occasions, we leave the home sad, depressed, downcast. And we see gym as a place to just cool it off, as a place to just while away time, and to get out of that place, at least for once in a week, and to just be happy. I'm going to show you how through gym you can bring value home. How through gym you can solve so many problems, create the much needed intervention, and be. So Samas, can I submit to you? We are not called human doings. Rather, we are called human beings. So how can we be in order to do? On very many occasions, the tendency is for us to confuse what we do with who we are. And when that becomes the issue, gym ceases to be gym. The means do no longer justify the end, and then we are warped up. You say, Jim, I don't have time. What is in my body is more than gym and all of that. And we begin to fabricate and formulate some certain things that are outside of the box thinking. Why do we come to the gym heavy and go back heavy, even when your body and your physiology looks lighter? And that's my work, to check you up from the neck up so that you can be good neck down through gym. So very vital. We're going to be seeing how to test the waters for gym and be ourselves. How do I create the much needed flow that I need and fine tuning in my personal dynamics in order to be? So I'll bring you into a little calculation tomorrow so that you can take the assessment and see where you are, why you're there, and then how to do things well on a better pedestal. So no little thanks to Zadok Gym and Wellness Center in Lagos there, and the Institute of Behavioral Alignment of Nigeria, IOBAN, for which through the grace of God, I am Registrar, CEO. We've done critical works for major hubs in Nigeria and some parts of other nations, like Institute for National Transformation, where we are bringing in some transformation drive to what they do there as they roll out people. And I hope, Jim, you know, it's not just a physical, literal exercise that you do. There's the mental perspective of it. There's the emotional perspective of it. There's the physical perspective of it, and the psychosocial perspective of it. And so here in Nigeria, we run a school called Saba Resources. It's a psychosocial intervention hub where we've handled all kinds of cases that the gym has not been able to touch. That people go to gym and come back. Issues having to do with behavioral deviation, emotional disturbances and detoxification, habits and addiction management, and a whole lot of stuff that you can read here. And 100% drug-free. No drugs, just lifestyle modification that is templated on 3 dimensions of exploration. We dig deep into you. Expression, we bring out what is being done, and then establishment, so that you can keep fit and fine, inside out, outside in, emotionally, psychologically, and otherwise. So we're into places when Dangote, Minister of Finance, Education, name it, churches, organization, select teams and group. Now, because of the ongoing trendy issue, we just came out of this, understanding and crushing violence from root. Cyber Resources and IOBAN has worked around this to stop the violence, that before you do violence, we can actually extract it from you in percentages and show you your tendencies for violence and walk you away from violence so that we can capture, I'm sorry to say, the Osinachi factor. that is happening in homes, in institutions, in organizations, and prevent rather than waiting to cure. You might want to enjoy this replay. We'll send it to you for free and all of that. And then violence within, we want to curb it. When it is violence, it doesn't just happen on the outside. And some of us go to the gym just to stem violence. Each time you're angry, that's the time you remember gym. No. No, 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 no. Gym is for life. That's not to say when you're angry, you go to gym, you are doing the wrong thing, but we are saying there are better options that you need to adopt. And so I recommend this book to every one of us. Violence within, understand and crush it outright before it becomes a manifestation. The violence within that does not manipulate you will not manifest on the outside. It is first a manipulation within for a manifestation outside, without. That's not what we're talking about, but just to let you know that things are happening and we can abate things happening on the bad and the ugly so as to be ourselves. So welcome to the ground of disruption. I do positive distortion there to shift your belief system and to create for you a paradigm that will help you cope with the realities of life. And we all read this. Life is about what? Energy generation, transmission, and expenditure towards the cause of a rewarding action, including the gym. When you do gym, you are burning energy and you are also building energy. So it's an investment. Please see it as an investment into yourself without having to work for AEDC, NEPA, PHCN. You just must know that what you're doing is to build energy and burn energy. Just as you take in oxygen in order to take out carbon dioxide. So also as Jimmy's life plays, know that what you are doing is to build relevant energies and also to burn them. But we're saying in our society now, you need to know about trendy issues. You need to know figures and mix it with facts in order to measure behavior over time and doing the right thing for the right reason in order to get the right result. So we want to raise generational leaders as we develop potential, value creation for personal and national transformation. We believe self-discovery is key for efficiency and effectiveness at the same time, where round pegs are put in the round hole. Now in this initiative, it's all about 10 things we're fighting. Lifestyle is fast collapsing. We don't want it no more. That's why your gym activities and culture becomes very vital. People live anyhow and they expect to live long. When you do gym and you are failing in some other critical areas, it's going to show up. And you may not like the dimension. That lifespan, life expectancy ratio now is about 54%. And it's coming lesser and lesser by the day. Why? People don't live well. And so lifespan is reducing and then processes are collapsing. Kidney collapses, all kinds of debilitating behavioral health diseases are going on. And running dialysis is not it. Going to India for kidney transplant is not it. So how does gym promote lifestyle, boost health and wholeness so that we don't run into sudden hypertension, so that relationship can be up and running, and the responsibility games no longer becomes something of the second fiddle. So in IOBAN, we are raising these teams to say, hey, let's join hands together to stop all of this. Gym, whatever measure or type, adduces to body mass. How many of you remember bud mass? Who can tell me what bud mass is? Auntie Beulah, Egwari Joy, can you tell me what bud mass is? Yes, what is bud mass? No little thanks to mathematics. You want to write for me what is bud mass? David Ayisi.
All right, let me try, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the full meaning of bud mass, the B is bracket.
Bracket, yes.
Of. The D is division.
Yes.
The M is multiplication.
Wow.
A is addition, while the S is subtraction.
A round of applause for who is speaking. Who is speaking?
Egwari Joy.
Egwari Joy, you've just won yourself a gift from Saba Resources. So at the end of this meeting, pick my number and receive your gift. I'm sure you will love your gift.
Thank you.
So it's better you speak. Mama Beulah, welcome to the show. So bud mass says what is within the bracket of the gym for you. In fact, a wisdom book says bodily exercise profited little. That doesn't mean small. It's only telling us that you see there are things to get from your bodily exercise each time you go gym. So very vital. Bodily exercise profits a little. So take the little. There's something within the bracket of the gym for you for fitness plus. What about O, off? Anytime you go gymming, look for something to delete, to take off. What has my gym exercise taken off me? Something must leave you. When you do gym, stress must leave you. Boredom must leave you. Can we mute ourselves now? Otherwise, I mute everybody here. Let's get muted while you listen. What are we saying when you go gymming? Make up your mind that something's going to go up. Stress will go up. Boredom will go up. Exhaustion will go up. Pressure will go up. Now, who has to mute now? Chane, can you mute for us? Chane, please mute your set so that we can all enjoy this. Mute your set, Chane. Now, so what about multiplication? No division. You see, when you go for gym, there's something to be altered. There is a common denominator you must look for and establish a balance in your own personal lifestyle equation. That is D. And then M. There's a multiplier effect for gym. No matter how little, no matter how small, give attention to it, and then there is something to add up. It's a value creation initiative for you, and there's something to subtract. So that is gym for you, whatever, whether aerobics, exercises, and what have you. And then if care is not taken, there are some cover-ups, even during gym. Before gym, during gym, and after gym. So we tell gym stakeholders, what is your context before gym exercise? What is your disposition during the gym? Because it can affect what you do at the gym. You can sweat it out, burn some energy and some calories there, but you know what? There could be a cover-up even while you burn calories. There could be what? Certain cover-ups as you burn some calories. So don't celebrate yet. The gym is supposed to be a facility that takes care of your holistic person. And that's why we're here for these 2 days. Mama Beulah, each time your gym man comes around, his duty is to help you cope with stress, is to help you stretch, is to take off what needed to be taken off, and is to add to you everything you need. Otherwise, There will be cover-ups while burning up the calories. And then we could deepen tension, family tension. We could go into exhaustion. Violence could happen when we don't take care of the little violation in-house, in the family. To such, just going gymming and going for the exercises is not enough. Not too long ago, I had the privilege to instruct and equip all women in Nigeria who are under Nigerian Society of Engineers in their engineering house here in Abuja. And they came from everywhere in Nigeria, of course. And we taught them 4 types of gymnastic activity. Very many occasions by research, many people are used to physical and possibly a bit of the mental exercises. But we're able to carry them on pragmatic sense to see the 4 types of gym: the mental gym, the emotional gym, the spiritual gym, and the physical gym. If all you know and do is possibly the mental and most physical, then that's a lopsided persona. You are not balanced yet. So through an ongoing discussion class, we'll be teaching you some of these things so that you can tap into the fullness of what gym has to offer. That's why we call it fitness plus. So where's the place of energy management? I want all of you to know today that energy has to be managed if you don't want to incur damages in your personal life, your psychology, and your physiology, your mind and your body. You have to manage energy well on 4 lists. What are the 4? 1, write it down. Spiritual energy. You have to manage your spiritual energy well. You burn it, you also build it. You're a Christian, you have a God you pray to, you read the Bible, you do devotion, you talk to people, you preach the gospel, you're a Muslim, or you get close to your God, devoted, and build spiritual energy, because we are all spiritual beings. You burn it and build it. It's like gymnastic, you must not fail about. It must become an addiction. You see, make gym an addiction if you must enjoy it. That's why we started by saying gym is life. Then we have the mental energy. The first energy is called spiritual energy. That's the energy of the heart that powers your relationship vertically and horizontally. Vertically with God and horizontally with your friends, fellow human beings. And then we have the mental energy. That's the energy of the mind. Your will, your intellect, your mind, energy of the mind. Very critical. How you think, how you imagine, you burn the energy, you also build it. Then you have emotional energy. That's the energy of relationship, energy of interaction, energy that you burn and build in order to create the much needed intervention wherever it's needed. That is called social energy. And then last but not the least of the energy stuff is the physical energy, which most of us are used to at the gym. Oh, I want to trim down my tummy. Good news for all of you. You don't need to do no surgical operations on your tummy in order to reduce belly fat. We've got a magic wand for you to reduce your size just through water. Water therapy, reduce your size. You don't need to do no drugs. No, you don't need it. We'll teach you all of this so that you can keep fit, fine, cute, and okay. Now, this is the fact of it. When you are doing gym, these 4 energies come to play. The spiritual energy, energy of the heart, the mental energy, energy of the mind, the emotional energy, energy of relationship, and the physical energy, energy of the body that you build through balanced dieting, through rest protocol in bed, and through gym activities, the exercises, the aerobics, and every other stuff. Now, having done this, gym and fitness, you want to see things under meaning, the manners of approach, the message content, the miracles of the gym, the missing links of the gym. How do I mainstream gym and then measure what I get from gym? And by fourth, we'll hit the ground running, measuring ourselves and see where we are. For what purpose? To live strong, to live young, and then to live long. A king in one of the holy books put it in this way in Psalm 90, verse 12. He says, so teach us to number our days that we may apply our heart to wisdom. Why? Because wisdom is the principal thing, and in all you're getting, get understanding. So we need to understand what we get and what we can derive from the gym, so as to balance our details, cross our T's, and dot our I's. So what is the meaning about the gym? Everything you do to keep alive on a deliberate note in order to flex your muscles and help everything is critical to maintain personal equilibrium, your coordination, and to keep yourself well equipped through physical exercises, develop more strength, cope with stress, and then avoid some diseases and some stuff there that you don't like. So you put your body, your mind in control and in shape. Now, these are the 12 milestones where gym can transform you and transform your workspace, your family. I think there should be a national policy on gymnastic activities in Nigeria and Africa if we must live long and live young, if we must cope with stress. So what's the one? The first one, it sets a nature for watchfulness. You're able to watch yourself inside out and keep fit. So it nurtures your high mood. Can you see the anger in town? Eguarijo, Chane, can you see the anger in town? Not too many people do gym, so they bottle up anger. Moods are high out there. Emotions are tensed out there. Then through gym, a pasture for original is set up and set out. Then you can posture right and posture correctly. People see you, you become an attraction to your world around there. You are not morose, you are not sad. You gain attraction and attention at the same time through gym. And then your culture is a culture that communicates seamlessly. No anxiety, no worries. How about your future? Your future fruitfulness. You don't go around the circles trying to look for what is not lost. Can you see people facing north when they are supposed to go south? And they're in the midway of the journey before they say, what am I doing? Where am I safe? And there seems to be a bunch of confusion to themselves. Gym has 12 milestones, and these are the milestones. Then it sets the puncture for silence. We just lost a beloved lady, heavily talented and gifted. And it is because of a missing link in this milestone that led to her untimely exit. Silence. Silence is not golden, folks. Don't tell me silence is golden. It's a behavioral error when you are in the back and in the ugly trend and you say silence is golden. No, it's fatal and brutal at the same time. So Each and every one of you should look at milestone number 7 very well. And please break the silence. Not just by going out gymming, but also getting to express yourself. And what do you do in self-expression? You come up and then out. Can you do what I do? Everybody stretch your hand the way I'm doing mine. Since it's a gym class, David, do your own. Now raise it up, and then out. Good. That is how to break the silence. Silence sinks a man in the deep. So what do? You come up, and then how? Out. So that you can have a breath of clean air. Through mental gym, please a round of applause for yourself. I taught you something now to break the silence. So get back to the family and say, everybody, come out here. I'll pick a vital lessons to come up and then how? Out. Thank you very much. So very vital. Thank you, Madam Obi. Good. So number 8, the gym milestone sets what? A scripture for a strategic option, because I'm going to give you script tomorrow night to bring option, a revolutionary trend to every aspect of your life and promote productivity and vitality at the same time. Then number 10, it sets a course for a reliable aperture. It gives you mindset to think broad and wide. You're able to see options around you and you play smart. I hope you know working hard at times could be fatal. It's no longer sufficient. It's necessary, but never sufficient to work hard. You have to work smart. And one of the variables that helps you in working smart is your gym culture. It's a gym plus, it's a fitness flood there, and then it sets the participant on a model temperature. You are balanced. Despite all that is happening around, you are cute. And they say, Kai, Auntie Joy, which seems not to know why, despite all the up and down, you are still cute, calculated, and going places. So you are the right candidate. It sets the candidature for the right occupation. Life is contagious. And you see, when you behave badly, people take it from you. Your family is the first target. So what you think, how you feel becomes critical when it comes to G and your emotion. Very balanced. So what are the transformation benchmarks? You want to see how to create a working complement towards a given end. Go to gym, come back with a result you desire. You want to see the facilities you need to achieve in this, where you can combine your activity, ability under certain realities. Want to be able to see how to test the waters and to keep afloat over time while being ourselves. Want to see what we know per time, how we get there, and to do what we know. On very many occasions, people know what to do, but they don't do what they know. And what is the missing link? It is simply behavior. So behavior becomes critical. Your emotional realities become critical. We want to see the belief system, the design and the details, so that we can live younger, longer, and better, where you can say, yes, the means have come to justify the end. So by tomorrow next, I'll be testing you all through a simple assessment to see whether you are keeping afloat, whether you need to break a rigid protocol or just a look protocol. When am I dull? When am I unstable despite my gym? When am I just tolerating people around me despite my gym so that you can overhaul? When am I floating? When am I diving? When am I swimming? And when is gym taking an absolute hold over my entirety and creating the way for massive expression there for me? Because life is contagious. And if gym is life, then don't contaminate people with the bad and the ugly. Choose to do the good as we bless society. I'm also recommending this work, Journey to Transformation, for you. Those are the contents. And then another one, Understanding the Power of Ignoring the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. When do I ignore? When do I admit? When is silence necessary? Hadara. And when do I need to speak up? And then how? Out. Don't speak up where you are, relocate, and then stay out. Because of the triggers, you speak up and out. So when schools, when homes, when the full gospel, we train across border and graduate people to go do these things and help people cope in life and walk people away from hypertension through gym activities, through some certain aerobics, especially when it is not by heredity. We help you live your life to the full, even if it is by heredity. With your drug regimen, we show you what to do to live your full blast without fear. No sudden collapse. No, you don't want to slump. You walk to live, to stand. We've had all of this for you out there. And we are even in training school. We did this in Agidingbe, somewhere in Lagos, not too long ago, to show people how to just live these things and get the best out of their lives, knowing what to do and doing what they know over time. Now, before I give room for questions, I'd like to conclude by telling you that life is replete with 3 behavioral positions all of the time, for which one who wants to be transformed through gym, the exercises must know. Every day you have the good, the bad, and of course what? The ugly conditions and situations around you. And you can always change and choose what you want, why you want it per time, and be yourself and keep your float. When am I good? How do I go to the gym place? Very good. When am I ugly? How do I go to the gym ugly and come back good? When am I feeling bad? How do I approach the gym and come back? Now let's start from the good. Channel, this is who you are when you are good. Adara, Mama Beulah, this is who you are when you are good. Look at what you are for who you are when you are good. You have a good foundation and you keep it straight. You do it straight. This is when you are in your definition, in your mind, in your attitude, in your passion, in your imagination. So psychology and physiology is critical here. How you think, how you feel, how you reason matters a whole lot when you are good. You're not thinking bad of anybody. You are just yourself. You're not thinking bad of your husband, your wife, and anybody. You are relating fine. That is the good man, the good gym man, gym lady. She is defined. Please, this is where to be all the time. If you believe you will always be good, please celebrate yourself. The good person who becomes good at the gym, who enjoys the goodies at the gym, stand up to get to the top of what you can achieve through the gym, especially Madam's Orbis gym in Lagos, spreading everywhere across Africa. We're taking it to South Africa, we're taking it to Ghana, we're taking it to Port Harcourt, Abuja is waiting for it, and all of these lessons will be there. So what does it mean? You go up straight, you are defined. Every gym encounter ought to define you. And how? When you are defined, look at what it means. Can you read? I'll give you a few minutes to just read. This is when you are defined.
We are not hearing, or is it just me? Hello, sorry. Can you still hear him?
Yes. Now, this is when you are defined. You can be putting your question in the chat box as well. Thanks for the talk, Dr. Komolafe, very educative. Thank you, Madam Rachel Ojo there. I think I know your face a bit. If it is the Rachel Ojo in Abuja, thank you very much. It's giving me some gymnastic strength there. So when you are good, you see this 10 holds sway for you. You have a great foundation. You are ethical, sound with decorum. Your personal authority is in place. You do it straight, inside out. You're fair, there's equity, there's transparency. You are organized, you are patterned. You create value, you are original. And you become a role model on a very fundamental note. This is the place to be. I love this place. How about you, Mama Biola? Do you love this place? Elisheva, Peter this, Mama Obi, do you love this place? This is the place to be 24/7, every day, all the time. When you are defined, here, no violence. Can everybody say no violence? No violence. And because there's no violence, you can be cool. No violence here when I'm defined.
No violence.
No violence. Okay, Rachel Ojo from South Africa, don't worry. Mama Obi will bring me there. We're coming there. We're coming to South Africa to make this a reality. No violence. Thank you. Right for me, no violence. No violence. Eguarijo, no violence. Hadara, no violence. Yes, Mama Biola, no violence. Anywhere, everywhere. We can walk away from violence when we are in the original. When you are defined, you will not be defined. Can I shock you? There can be no violence if there's no violation within. Until there's violation within me, there can't be violence around me. Put it down for me. Until there's violation within, there can't be violence without. Write it for me. Until there's violation within, there cannot be violence without. And I'll show you in a jiffy now. Until there's violation within, there can be no violence without. So behind the hue and cry of husband killing wives and wives hurting husbands is simply because our genes are not coming up to par with what it should deliver and what we should get from our genes. That's why we're going around to say, hey, gym people, let's raise the game and help people to be original and help people to be who they are meant to be all of the time. So until there's violation within, there cannot be violence without. No violence in families, no violence in organizations, no violence in church, when there is no violence within. Mama Beola, it is violence within we must tackle. When you tackle and tame violence within, Elisheva, you know what? There will be no violence outside. So the issue is not to pray and say, Lord, we bind every spirit of violence. No, 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 no. Prayer won't work here. Let's go to where it matters and handle the violation inside, the violation inside. You don't get a tree standing if it has not grown a root. So in behavioral therapy, we target roots of issues. We call it root cause analysis. When you handle it from the root, which is violation, then violence won't grow out. Husband will not kill wives. No. So now, this is the good place. What about the bad place? Look at it. Since life is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, look at the violence, the violation. It is either you are in definition, the good, or you are in violation, the bad. Now, what's the difference between the good and the bad? The good also starts with a great foundation. Can you see? Level playing ground, and goes up straight to a place, a point. And before too long, there's a swerving off of culture, of practices, of behavior, of emotion. And people say, now condition make what? Condition make what? Crayfish bend. And you see people's crayfishes begin to bend. So instead of going up straight, they begin to violate themselves. The man that promised to love you and to die for you wants to kill you suddenly. How did we get to that? Did we start from there? No. A little point of violation here, as time goes on, will become a habitual practice that goes up, that grows and grows. And over time, from habits, it becomes an addiction. So the journey from this point of violation all through is called habits, bad habits. Lady out there, when your husband is beginning to misbehave and shifting away from what you know about him, please speak up and how? Out. I wish I can see everybody do this thing for me. If this is what you pick here, then I am done. Ladies and gentlemen, can you show me your face here? We need to do this now to stem violence. Yes, when suddenly your spouse, we can't see Hadara's face, Mama Beola's face is not seen. We can't see Elisheva's face. Ola Oluwayinka Kikpelu, we can't see your face. Bukola, we can't see your face. Egware Joy, we can't see your face. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you, Egware Joy. Bukola Israel, we can see your face. Afomachoko, I can see your face. Chane, I can see your face. Ohenetega, I can see your face. Technospark 5, Grace Chubo, show me your face. I need to see your face now. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Okay, we can't see your face. DJ is here. DJ Ngozi, show us your face if you can. So, good. Now, what are we saying here, Hadara? Wow, pretty face there. You see, when suddenly, these faces are very pretty. Madam Elisheva, you see, when uncle is misbehaving, and he begins good, and he begins to swerve, it is then time to what? Speak up, and then how? Out. Can you do it? When you see a shift, you do what? You speak up, and then how? Out. You are not doing it. You have to do this for me who want to stem violence in our society. When you see misbehavior and crayfishes of character and behavior is beginning to bend, what do? You speak up from that situation and then out so that we can do a spill out. This is where bad behavior sets in. What you don't do before you begin to do it. You are not giving to lying before you start lying to your spouse. You start misbehaving, and then bad character setting, and then there's a gap here. The more you go, the wider the gap. The wider the gap, you become tensed and you swerve. This is the bad gymnastic man. So we're saying, how do we go to gym even when we are in violation, which is the bad, and get therapy and get solution so that the import of gym can be fully realized in our lives? Now, can you see the good foundation becoming bad because of the dark spot introduced by what? Violation. So when do I violate myself? When I leave my personal definition, my construct, my ethics, my values, what build our family ab initio at the beginning. When you begin to leave it and do some other things, you are encouraging violation within. When does violation becomes violence outside? Can you see the gap? The gap gets widened over time as you go on in that direction. Counterfeit life, fake life, extra life, competitive life, personality disorder sets in, all kinds of things come in here to settle and weigh down your persona so that you become heavy inside. When you become heavy inside, you begin to misbehave. And you see, you look for coping mechanism to shave off the heaviness. That's where you start hearing all kinds of voices, all kinds of things. Say, slap your wife. Tell her if she does not behave, you kill her. And you think it's for joke. Violence cannot be outside until there's violation inside. And there cannot be violation until people's emotion wanders away from their real self into somewhere else. Now, what happens? How do I know when I'm in violation inside before it becomes violence outside? Look at it. Look at it. You begin well, no doubt about it. But your framework now is lacking strength of will. You can't continue. That's where you hear women say, I'm just tired. I'm tired, if not for my children. What am I doing here? You speak up, and then what? Out. When it appears you are tired, when your wife is tired, when your husband is tired, you see, violation encourages pollution. No more definition. The man that is straightforward is bending now. Chameleon. And that was not how you started. Please confront issues. Leave your husband, confront the issue. Leave your wife, confront the issue. Very critical. Leave your wife. Then when you see a swerve, of course, please talk about the swerve. But that is, talk about the swerve. Don't live in denial, which you call faith. Some of these faith talk are folly in nature, and they are very fatal. You see something wrong, you say over time he will change. Time does not change things. It is God and therapy doing the right thing at the right time that changes things. Don't use gym as a cover-up. When you use gym as a cover-up and you don't face the swerving, you go to gym and come back, you will meet the cover-up. You may have burned some calories there, but you will come back to meet the cover-ups. So please speak up. Then a wholesome mortgage, dangerous default monster, negative accumulation. Your husband is beginning to accommodate some things he doesn't like before and all that. Don't wave it aside and live in denials. And then some fake appreciation, unsustained execution. Then what's the final one? It is the ugly situation. You're either in the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, where is the place of the ugly? You start where you are defined to a point, you have a violation here, and all through here is a journey called bad habits. And anytime you accommodate bad habits, it grows an extra life, competing with the original life. This is the extra life. And as the extra life continues, you start accumulating bad things here. Then when it gets to the peak, it is no longer just bad, it has become an ugly place. While it is a journey here, from the point of swerving, when it gets to a destination here, it is no longer a journey. It is now a place of residence. That is what we call addiction. You know what to do, but the power to do it is no more there. You do gym 10 times a day, it doesn't solve it. You have to look at what is happening here, and then we find the means to crushing the addiction. So we call this place the ugly place. Can you see it? It's the ugly place because it's already a destination of several violations. And this was what happened for our late sister who rests in the bosom of God. You see, it started and grew as a habit. And because there was the psychology of silence, it became an addictive behavior. And anything can happen here. Time doesn't change things, therapy does. Behavior modification does. And that's the ugly situation, and the ugly happened. That's why we need to speak up, and then how? Out. Don't speak in. You speak how? Out. You speak how? Out. Here. Very vital. So now look at what happened. The ugly individual at the gym. It begins where? Nobody ever marries to take a life out of his spouse, her spouse, never. Begin where? When you are defined. And in life, when you are not defined, you'll be defiled. Depending on what you allow, what you permit. Then lots of personal framework. If you don't stand for something and give it to you, you fall for everything. So stand for something. Then don't allow imposed personality. Can you say the ugly person is being imposed upon? He lives under what you call superimposition. He loses control and loses guard. He can do anything at any time, and he will tell you, I don't know what came on me. I didn't really meant to do it. Me, I know it is violation that grew over time, for which gym cannot take away. So that's why we're telling gym people, incorporate this culture where people who come to gym can get services and heal before long. No negative accumulation. So write for me as we begin to wind up, write for me from today, no negative accumulation. Write for me in the chat box. I want to see your name, taking a pledge, taking an oath. From today, no more negative accumulation. No bad habits, no addiction. Write for me. I want to mention your name with it. Rhoda Utele, write for me. Beulah, write for me. Hadara, write for me. From today forward, no more negatives, no more negative accumulation. Who is writing? I'm waiting. Thank you, Egwari Joy. From today, no more negative accumulation. Joy is made up. It's mine to speak up and to speak out. No more negative accumulation. Deola, no negative accumulation. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Just 2 people are writing for me. No more negative. Elisha, no more negative accumulation there. Yes, no more. No more. Olayinka, no more accumulation. Negatives. No, no. Okay. Rhoda is raising her hand. We'll soon listen to Rhoda. Hadara, no more negative accumulation. Yes, no more. No more. Sarah Makinde is raising her hand. She has refused to write. She's only raising her hand.
I want to write, but I don't know how to write.
Okay, don't worry. Say it out. Let me hear you, Rhoda. Let me hear you, Sarah. Say it out.
No more negative accumulation.
No more negative accumulation.
Thank you, Rhoda. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, who is writing again? Who has not written? Peter this, I haven't seen. Okay, Peter this is only praying here. He said amen, but he has not spoken whether he will accumulate or not. You see, no more violence anywhere, and the gym has solution. Yes, a round of applause for Sarah. Sarah eventually wrote, no more negative accumulation. Thank you very much. No more, no more, no more. We won't allow it. Obiageli, yes, Mama Obi wrote, no more negative accumulation. You see, Benjamin O has just written his own after fine contemplation. Afomachuku, have you written yours? I'm here to read from Afomachuku about negative accumulation. You know what?
No more negative accumulation.
Thank you. Is that Afoma speaking? That voice sounds like Afoma. Yes. No more. No more. Yes. No more negative accumulation. I will speak up and out. I'll speak up and out. Speak up and out. No policeman will arrest you for speaking up and out, so that you can sense a new ear there. Now, when people accumulate negatively, look at the ugly trend. They begin well, they lose personal framework, their personality become imposed upon, they have suspended execution. They do things without foundation. Can you see? And then their experiments become fickle, insatiable quest for the bad and the ugly. And then they accumulate and acquire vices. They become vicious. They're fatal. Don't say this marriage, I have to stay in it. God brought me here. Did he bring you to die there? Nobody can chase me away. It's my home. You are saying negative accumulation. You are keeping the quiet. You are looking for something dangerous. Not good for you. Accumulators, parasitic, compelling lifestyle. Before we entertain question, let's hang it here today while we take our question. What are the behavioral checks for gym deficit? 1, undue struggle and erratic behavior. No gym takes this away. You need therapy. You need intervention. Frequent exigencies beyond your control. You are always losing control and you think the gym will fix it. That's why you go back and come in, go back and come in, and it stays. Then urgencies, not always meeting deadlines. They say exam is 30 minutes. After 2 hours, you are asking for more paper. You see, behavioral checks. You always emulate others. You forfeit your own originality. You have weaknesses, unexplained. Other people sleep and they catch rest, or you catch restlessness. Trauma. You overstretch yourself. You are not sleeping at least 6-7 hours per day. You need therapy. Bad stress, drudgery. You lose appetite. You hardly change. Loss of direction in your procedures. You are disorganized. You are faced out only to realize that your journeys towards the north. Memory loss, endless meeting and meeting without coming out with something concrete. A little thing, you have the headaches. Some of you, you always wait to be thirsty before you drink water. That is bad. That's not good. You are behaviorally sick, needing therapy there. You always wait for problems to arise before you look for solution. A gym vacuum is left there. Tomorrow I'll show you some of these things so that we can begin to plug gaps, create the intervention through gyms, and live healthily, vital. So I've taken you on education. Tomorrow next, we do assessment and evaluation, and I will interpret your record so that you can catch a better reality of your gym. So as I round off, and then we'll do strategic integration, fix you to function better so that you can live longer, younger, deeper, wider, healthier, and much more productive. Are you ready for this experience? Then you can get some of these copies and then put in, that's the assessment you will do next tomorrow. So we have created a WhatsApp group. Take my number, this is my direct number. The WhatsApp group is on this number. Send me, what is it called, Mama Obi? What's that Zoom call? The WhatsApp group number. Some are phone.
Fitness plus dimension.
Fitness plus dimension. Once I see your name, or once I see fitness plus dimension, we'll register you in that group. So send your message to 080. If I were you, I would just do it now. 080-35-999-220. This is my direct number. It hits my hand immediately. Send a WhatsApp message now, or you just save the name, Dr. James, Fitness Plus Dimension. Then we'll be able to send you the assessment form. You can get it printed before tomorrow next, because you need it in your hand to be able to appreciate what contribution Mama Obi is making to your lives. I think we need to celebrate this woman for bringing this classic study to you at such a time like this in South Africa, Europe, America, and some other places. And then we'll send you the replay of this on that same WhatsApp group so that you can play it. Good. There are questions here which I will not waste time to take. Fitness plus dimension. Once you write it there, please explain. Okay, let's take questions now. You either ask question or write it in the chat box. Question 1 here says, please explain what false and fake appreciation is like. So let's go back to the drawing board. False and fake appreciation. Look at it from the diagram. Look at it from the diagram. Now, Mama Beulah, this here, from this point, the good goes up to here. Everything done here is original because it's going up straight. This is the good self, the good partner, the good spouse, the good wife. Can you see my arrow? Everything here is real, genuine within here. So no false, No fake appreciation. You grow correct. Appreciation means two things. Growing straight in yourself, in your relationship, with your spouse, with your gym, and everything. You go straight because you are in definition here. When are you defined? When you do it straight. But from here, mama, there's a swerving off. Everything from here becomes fake. Become trial and error because this is the real life. But it has veered up to another life, competing. That's where you say people are playing double. And then, can you see the height here at deviation, which is the ugly life? It's a fake appreciation. Why is it fake? Look at the original here. Can you see it? It's at the zenith, where it is supposed to be from root. But see another one, which has no root. Where is the root of this? If this one you want to trace the root, can you see it's fake? Because it has no root. But this one that goes up straight is real. So every growth here is real, original, fine, not faked. It's not a facade, it's correct. But anything that swears up and it gets to this other negative zenith is a fake appreciation for 5 reasons. 1, it has no foundation in the original. 2, everything inside here, this guy speaks. And that's where people begin to hear voices. People complain that I start hearing voices. They are only hearing voices from their own violation. So it's fake, it's not genuine. Number 3, you say it has ceased from being a journey, it has become a destination here. So it's fake. You just know this is not my husband I used to know. No. This is not my wife I used to know. When you are seeing that from this point, don't wait until you come here. You speak up, and then how? Out. Very vital. So what do we do to solve these problems and challenges? We use the principle of cognitive behavioral therapy to identify the cause of deviation. Where did it begin from? It starts from the point of violation. And from there, we crash it. When you crash it through therapy and behavior modification, what do you have? Everything that is fake in here pours down, and the person becomes free from the inside. When it's free of violation from the inside, every fake appreciation falls down. This whole arrow crashes, and the content inside here crashes alongside with it. And then we build the framework around here so that this man, this lady can go up straight, and family can be neat, sound, and clear. Do you understand, Ma? What's the second question? Okay, any other question?
I have a question, sir.
Thank you. What's your name, ma'am?
I'm Egwari Joy, sir.
Okay, yes. What's your question?
Okay, so you spoke about mental, gym, emotional, physical, and spiritual.
Yes.
So I want to ask, which one is the core one to break a psychology of silence, that violation of a violation that grow over time? Which one is the core one to break that?
Thank you very much. Number 1, all of them are important. You see, tomorrow before we do the check, because I will take you on gym next tomorrow, tomorrow I'll leave you to watch this video again. I'll put it in that fitness plus dimension so that you can go over again. And then I will send the assessment there by tomorrow so that you can get it printed. And then I can check you spot on and treat you without the drugs. And I will show you some levels of violence inside you and walk you out of them, if you permit me. Without the drugs, I'll walk you out. Then you'll be free. Now, the 4 matters a whole lot. Don't just use the physical G as an escape route for violence. No. When you see violation happening within, either to yourself or to a spouse or a close relation, 5 things you need to do. 1, trace the source. Trace what? The source. And in tracing the source, sit yourself down and think. How did it begin? When did I begin this? How did he begin? How did he begin? Sorry. When did he begin? When do you notice it? Trace it to the root. That's what we call root cause analysis. Don't just start drinking, or you just start praying. No, sit yourself down. In fact, to some of you who are religious, the Bible says what? Watch. And then do what? Pray. Don't pray and then what? You watch. It's a therapy to watch. You sit yourself down and watch what is happening. Where did I get it wrong? Where did we get it wrong? And that's what mechanics do out there when you take your vehicle to them for a repair. You watch. In watching now, what do you engage? Your mental gym, your emotional gym, your physical gym, your spiritual gym. Before I treat you and diagnose you on Wednesday, I'm going to show you how these 4 energy relates to themselves with one another. And then at the end of the day, it will show you the root cause here, where you violated. At what point did I notice this? Was I sad? Was I a victim of something? Did I lose a loved one? What happened? What was the trauma? So that if I need to go through post-trauma stress disorder, then you can own. Don't bottle things and say over time it will go. It can develop into an addiction or depression. That's why when you see the suicide notes of some of these kids, just a little violation, they could not speak up and out to get help, does so fatal stuff to them over time. So please track what is the root cause. And then 2, when you now know, or you don't even know still, what do? Joy, do your hand this way from the deep, raise it up and up. You speak up and then how? Out. To get help. You can pray, good, or speak up. Don't pray alone and keep quiet. See, I have a philosophy which I want to borrow to all of you as a good leaf there. I don't ask for counsel or ask for something because I don't know what to do. No, I only ask and speak out to confirm my assertion and my position at the same time. You call it faith when it is bad and you are keeping quiet, it can be very fatal later. To speak up and out. And then how do you speak up matters. Number 3, don't speak up as to cause damage. Speak up in order to manage the situation. Don't beg not to be heard, not to be spoken about. It's better to be late than to be delayed. So speak. Now, every one of you, I want to give you a formula from today. Write for me equation 1 or 1 dot. love minus truth is equals to, that's equation 1. Equation 2, truth minus love is equals to, that's equation 2. Then equation 3, love plus truth. So let's answer the 3 questions. Akinpelu. Love minus truth, what's the answer? Apart from Mama Obi, I've trained her in Ogun State to know this. Love minus truth, what's the answer? Who knows? If you get the answer, you have a gift. I'll give you one of my priceless videos to watch and build your framework.
Love minus truth.
Yes.
Love
minus truth. When you are speaking, a love that has no truth. I will say the answer and keep my gift. Nobody.
Love truth.
Eh? Nobody gets it.
Love minus truth is
Love truth.
Wow, somebody got the answer. Ola Oluwayinka. Were you at my training in Ogun State? Madam Obi confirmed. Is Olayinka. Eh?
She was there.
Was he at the trip?
Yeah, she was there.
Let's laugh for him. He got it. Okay, I will still give you the gift. For not forgetting, I'll give you the gift. So when you love somebody, but you are not truthful to the person, you're only hypocritical. It's hypocrisy. Oh, I love him. I don't want to hurt him. Leave him. He will change. Hey! That's a keg of gunpowder waiting for one day to explode. And what you said the king should not hear, the king and his kingdom will talk about it, unfortunately. So love minus truth, according to Ola Oluwayinka Akinpelu, is hypocrisy. Now, Ola, keep your mouth shut here. The next question. Truth minus love, what is the answer? Yes, Peter, this. You have answer? Eh? What is truth minus love?
8.
8. You try. You try well. Yes. Afomachuku, we are not hearing our men. Are men not in this class? Truth minus love.
Violence.
Okay. You try small, but not all of the time is violence. You try.
I don't want to say it because I know it. You've taught us before.
Okay, you were in my class at Igbesa. No Igbesa people, you are not. Okay, do we have somebody here who will tell us? Yes. So you see, when you tell the truth without love, you are like a policeman who stands at the road junction in the hiding, waiting for you to just break the traffic. And then he comes out and say, "Okay, can I see your driver's license? You are welcome, sir." What betide you when you give her your driver's license? You say, "Oh, guys, waiting for you. You just violated now." So truth minus love is called brutality. You are brutal. And brutality begins when you begin to tell the truth without the love commitment to it. What you started from the ground of love, you're not beginning to do some other things else. You say, I will tell him the gospel truth. And you are wicked. What you are saying is true, but to whip somebody, to cause a rebuke, to endanger somebody's psyche and emotion, just because you are telling the truth. So when you are speaking up and out, please let love be combined with what? Truth. And then what will it give? Who knows the answer? Everybody should know this answer now. What will it deliver? Say you
Light.
Eh? Light? It will deliver growth. Somebody said life, growth, edification, correction, transformation. That's how to do it, Gware. That's how to do it. So go organize platforms and let's help people do the 4 gyms, not just one. Peter this, we want to work with you and get people out there doing the right thing for the right reason. Very vital. Very vital. Any other question here? Any other question? So that if there's no question, we'll call it a day and then I'll wait. Okay. I've seen only 3 people register. Okay, 4 people out of 22.
I have a question, sir.
Yes, who is speaking, please?
Mr. Gwari Joy, sir.
Okay, it's like you are going to be our Senate president in this class. You are the only one speaking. And that is a behavior.
I'm actually enjoying the class because I'm a psychology student, sir.
What?
She's a psychologist, that's why. She's learning more.
She's learning more. Good. Don't worry. We'll give all of you mentoring. You don't have to be a psychologist. I'm not even a psychologist. You'll be surprised, Egwari. I'm not. I didn't have my background in psychology. I began with economics and a master's in business administration. Then I took my cognitive behavioral therapy in Florida and my PhD in Hawaii on behavioral health with special stint in psychometry and psychoanalysis and behavioral therapy. So good, Egware, I work with you. Ask your question.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So I want to ask, in respect to the post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes.
So if you were to apply that for a client as in form of therapy, when it comes to the gym, which one should we likely refer first? Like, is it the physical gym or the emotional gym? Or?
Good. Please, let's break down Egware's question. Somebody who has just gone through a bad time, maybe the loss of someone, and is still grieving. You know, grief can stay for the rest of lifetime. That's why some spouses don't recover when there's no post-traumatic stress disorder done for them by therapists like us, like Joy Egware, and all of that. You see, they die short while after they lost a loved one. You say, no, I can't go. They will be eating like this. They won't know when the food drops. Or accident victim, or kidnap victim, and all that. You see, some of those things you just ignore and deny. They come back as flashes on your mind. Yeah? You sleep like this. Yeah? And you are feeling as if somebody just walked into your room. Oh, you've once had an accident. Or what time the image is left on your mind to remind you of what happened before, and then destabilize you, make sure you lose your equilibrium. Needs therapy. Have you been there where people say, well, I'm forgiving him, but let him just stay home. Let him just stay home. You need therapy. Say, I'm forgiving him, but I'm keeping at arm's length. Eh? You can't go more than this. And in the next 10 years, it's in your brain. We do therapy for you through cognitive behavioral therapy, assertive therapy, demonstration therapy. How? Which one first to answer Joyce's question? 1, sit down with the person and do what we call situation analysis. Situation what, Joy? Analysis.
Analysis.
Do analysis. Until you analyze, it can lead to paralysis. Paralysis can set in when there's no analysis. You won't get result. Analyze. Huh? Analyze. When you sit down and you interact, okay, when you sit down to analyze, you do 3 things. How many things? 3 things. And those are the 3 things you do in engagement. You engage. If it is yourself, you engage yourself. If it is your spouse, you engage your spouse. What are the 3 things you do in engagement? 1, interact. Do what? Interact. Find out. Ask questions. Throw questions out. Out of the abundance of the heart, what happens?
The man speaks.
Speaks. Interact. When you interact, 2, interface. Interaction is the first step. The second staircase is interface. What do you do in interface? You start discussing issues that has to do with that very critical thing. And know the extent of vulnerability. Sorry for big psychology grammar. Joy understands. Eh? The extent of what? Damage. There are some that are just mild on the surface. One therapy session. Or even an ordinary motivation. And let me warn all of you, especially those of you who are a bit religious on the Christian side. Motivation does not solve any problem. You will say it 100 times. If there's violation within you, it will cross it out in a short while and you are back to square one. But motivation is good. But it does not produce a long-lasting result. It's a temporary therapy out there. So what's the 3rd thing you do? You then intervene. Between interaction, interfacing, and intervention, you will know the extent of damage. Is it only damaging and polluting the mindset? Or it has become a psychosomatic issue where this person has been deeply violated inside by bad behavior. Or it's a surface, acute, mild, or wild before you can recommend to say, this one needs rehab. Or it doesn't need rehab. Let's do an outside thing. I'll be visiting him. I will run my therapies for 1 week or for 7 days, for 2 days, and all of that. So, Joy, it depends on the level of vulnerability. How well is this person deep into what is happening? And what is that thing that is happening? No straitjacket therapy for any post-trauma stress disorder. You look at them and take their merits and demerits, and then know what works best for this person. You think it is demonstrative therapy you want to use? Well, it may not work for him. If it's an adult, the aged, and you say, Mama, jump up 5 times. You want to kill her. So look at the case and then know what to recommend. And then always work with a superior. And I would like to work with you, Eguarejo, and go to places for the virtual and for the real over time.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Joy. Yes, any other question? So if you have not registered, do the registering now so that we can take you up on this. Have we run through our slide for the day? Let's see. So put your name quickly on this.
What are you registering for, sir?
Yes, for an ongoing education on a WhatsApp group with this number.
Excuse me, doctor.
Yes.
Can I just explain to them?
Yes, please do.
It's just for continuity. There is a platform, which is a registration platform, a WhatsApp platform that is there called Fitness Plus Dimension. It's just for continuation. So you can just, if you can't register now, I can add you because I'm an admin there. I can just add you since I know everybody on this platform. So I can just add you. If you want to be one, just raise your hand. I will just add you.
And then is to be able to handle some of these cases professionally with you. Personally with you. It will create opportunity for you to receive therapy and solve issues without wasting time. So when we are treating you, see the 4 ways by which we get you treated. One is called structural deviation. Like I showed you where that good guy deviated by swabbing. We'll check it through fact and figures and see for how well have you deviated from your original self. And then trend analysis. It will show us your past, your present, and your future, your emotional realities, and tell us what you brought to the gym and what you are going home with, so that you can actually know whether value is created for you or not through your gym activity. And then to show us your point blank analysis to answer Joyce's question. It will show us, and then it will show us your root cause analysis. What's the cause of this defect? And then how do you walk away from it? It will show us eventually. And then you'll be able to do the right thing for the right reason and get repackaged over time. And that is the fun of behavioral therapy. When you do things the way it ought to be done, you'll be able to cross your T's and dot your I. So we've done a whole lot around that area so that you can receive therapy. We're in the military, packaging their emotional reality, you see, so that they can do the right thing for the right reason all of the time. So register, just sign in, and then we'll send you some stuff, and then you can see the replay of this program there while you get set for your assessment and therapy on Wednesday. So any other question before we call it a day? Okay, Sarah Makinde is interested, whoever is interested, and then we should have more people on Wednesday. More people. We've invested so much into this. I've invested time to invite more people into this and get people out of violation so that we can curtail violence in our society. And then see the psychology of silence, very vital. Some spouses suffer in silence, some struggle in silence, some are depressed, some are bound, some are used up, some are dying, some are deprived, some are denying, some are fatigued. Everybody read the last statement for me. Silence is what?
Never. Silence is never here.
Don't tell me silence is golden when you are bound. Speak up and how? Out. Speak up and then what?
And out.
Speak up. Hadara, what do you do? Sarah Makinde, what do you do? Ruth, you speak up
and out.
And out. you can get help so that you can be free. Very necessary. Silence is never golden here. So thank you very much. So
thank you very much.
tomorrow I'll show you the miracles, the missing links. Where do people miss it? And how do you measure your gym activities to make sure it cascades into the 4 aspects: mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. It's a call for balance. Over to you, Mama Obi.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can all agree with me that we have gotten value this afternoon and for your time, for our time. So we appreciate you, sir. We want to say thank you so very much. I want to thank everyone. We assure you that we are going to add you to the platform as soon as the meeting ends so that you can get a replay. For those of you that joined late, you can start from the beginning to listen to it on Wednesday. So please, I encourage everyone to invite more people that you think need something like this. It is very, very, very important that we learn and extend to others. I want to say thank you to everyone, and we'll be expecting you
very much.
12 noon. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for organizing this.
Okay. We'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Have
sir.
a lovely day there.
Thank you.
God
Thank
bless.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Sarah, Hadara,
Thank
Hilda,
you, sir.
Mama,
Thank you, ma.
Eliseva, thank you very much.
Thank
No
you. We appreciate,
violence.
sir.
Bye.